Hey everybody, I'm Silverwolf, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the progress, if you like, of the Furby packaging, how it's changed over the years. First of all, I'm going to do some shout outs. We have quite a few today. They go to Rose and Cookie, and also GD developer Rob Top, please release 2.2. The Cool Kid Pig, Gummy Bear H, Sebastian's Furbacker, some awesome chicken and Luca the Furby Connect. Also safe travels to Rick Hazen, who has gone to Arizona, and Furby Lover and Officer Lemony. So what we have here is the original 90s packaging. We have the Furby Boom and there's the Furby Connect. Now the reason that I've only chosen 3 different types of packaging, I don't have the 2005 Furby packaging unfortunately, and the Furby Boom, the Furby 2012, and the Furby Crystal, this is the Crystal series, it was all the same. It was the same design, it just had different pictures on it, but the box itself was the same for all 3 generations of Furbies, which was quite easy. So starting off with the 90s Furby packaging, you can see here it is in the shape, I think it's a pentagram. No, not a pentagram, pentagon. A pentagon, a 5-sided box. It's got plastic in the front here so you can see what Furby is inside it. The information is all on the sides and the back, as you can see there. It tells you a lot about the Furby, which is pretty cool. It's got like a little story on the back of it, and pictures of kids playing with Furbies. Those Furbies in the pictures are prototype Furbies, so they look slightly different to what you've got in the box. So it was quite an imaginative, creative type of packaging. Also it fitted the Furby very well, so there wasn't much wastage. I know that some toys you get a little tiny toy and the packaging is massive, which I think is pointless because it's a waste of materials, it's a waste of plastic and card, and the toy is lost inside it. It looks nice, but at the same time that looks nice with the Furby in there. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's a nice aesthetic, it's nice colours, and there's not too much packaging. And also if you want to, you can keep the Furby in the box, as I have done with that one. So moving on, we've got the Furby Boom. Now the Furby Boom and Furby 2012 and the Furby Crystal all had, as I said before, similar packaging. You can't see the Furby inside. The shape of the package is quite creative. It's kind of like an upside down triangle with the top cut off. And because you couldn't see the Furby inside, they did put this interesting and useful swatch of fur on the top. So you could feel what the Furby feels like, and you can also see what colour it is. That's the actual colour. The picture on the box obviously is a picture, so the colour might not be accurate, but you see the accurate colour on the top of the box there. This one is very bright. It's one of my favourites actually. Going around the box you have pictures of the Furbies, and there's not so much writing. There's no Furby story or anything like that. It focuses very heavily on the app. As you can see, those pictures there of the Furblings hatching on the app. And games you can play with your Furby with the app, because of course when Furby came back the app was quite a big thing. That was what they were promoting, the connectivity of Furby to move him forward with today's generation as he connects to the app. Finally we had the Furby Connect. Now the Furby Connect box was a completely different shape altogether. Speaking of connecting, it's quite a lot bigger than the previous one, as I'll put that in front there. As you can see there, it is longer and bigger, but it's the same height. Instead of just making it a square, they've done it a sort of like a rectangle with the corners cut off to make it a nicer shape. They've kind of rounded it out, but as you can look from the back here, the corners have literally been cut off. But there is a nice picture of the app on the back to encourage people to buy it. Again, very heavily interacting with the app. It says that Furby gets updates. Again, no Furby story, but then of course we're moving on with today's generation, and this is what appeals to kids these days: technology and games. So once again, because you can't see the Furby, you've got this swatch of fur on the top which shows you the actual colour of the Furby. These all came in plain solid colours, and there was 5 different ones to collect. The fur is incredibly soft. It's way softer than the other one. I thought the other one had soft fur. This is really, really soft, and that's its actual colour. So There's some more pictures there as well. Again, kids playing with Furbies, as similar to the 90s one actually. So the evolution of the packaging, you can see they've put thought into it every time. It's not too heavy on the packaging, not even on the Furby Connect. It still fits around the Furby nicely without anything wasted, any card wasted or anything like that. It also, all the boxes are pretty sturdy, they protect the Furby fairly well, with the possible exception of the 90s one, which the card was quite thinner. These other two are made of corrugated card, which is thicker. So maybe the 90s one didn't protect them quite as well, if it got dented in the front, the plastic window. That's pretty much all I have to say about them, really. I think that they've kept the packaging to a minimum while keeping it looking nice. I like the idea of the fur on the top. So yes, you can't see the item inside, but you can feel what it feels like and see what colour it actually is. And I think that would help sell it, you know, because you can't actually see it, unlike with the original Furbies where you could see what colour they were. Also, the original Furby boxes were all the same. They just put a different colour Furby in there because obviously you could see it. Whereas the packaging afterwards, with the Furby Boom 2012 Crystal and the Furby Connect, the Furby on the front would be what you got inside. So it would be an artistic rendition of the orange, pink, purple Furby, or in this case the pink Furby Connect. So the packaging was all unique to the Furby within it. The colour of the Furby was different according to what colour Furby was inside it, which I suppose may have cost a little more to make because they had to print out all those different boxes, whereas the original one was pretty easy. You could see what was inside it. The packaging could all be the same. So whether it would have cost them a little bit more to print the variations, but at the same time, the boxes are not very big. All of them are brightly coloured. The Furby Connect it's sort of just white all over. It doesn't have the brightness and boldness and colour clashes of the other ones. Perhaps they were trying to make it look a little bit more mature, more, I don't know, to be taken more seriously. So that's what the packaging is. And now you've seen the, you know, from the beginning, the very beginning, the 90s Furby to the current present Furby. And I would imagine if they bring out any more, it might probably be similar to the Furby Boom and Furby Connect in that it will be made from hard, sort of like corrugated cardboard. Again, minimalistic with possible colour swatches, unless of course they put a plastic window in it. Now the 2005 Furbies, I think I've seen their packaging, but I think you can actually see what's inside the packaging. So they kept the theme from the 90s and they kept going through with that, basing it more on the 90s, whereas the packaging had a completely redesign for these newer ones. I'm assuming because there was quite a bigger gap between bringing out the new Furbies. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. I hope you found this interesting if you wanted to see the packages and how they've changed over the years. And this is Silverwolf signing off, and if you want to see any more videos of Furbies or Furby reviews, you can click either of the boxes that come up below. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!